a cigar lounge and a shave today on the 12 Shaves of Christmas on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Everybody, welcome to the 6th day of the 12 days of, or the 12 shaves of Christmas. So welcome, it's a Sunday. And before we get started, don't forget www.theshavingcobbler.com. And the subject of today, Drinks and Daves, every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. And please join us this Tuesday for our extravaganzic, if that's a word, Christmas special. Yeah. So anyhow, the soap today, I did a top secret video on this last week, and I can finally do the reveal. You may have seen my buddy, Nurse Dave's Shaving World. Oh, and before I forget, check down in the comment section for all the people that I subscribe to, that support the channel and everything else. And we're at 1186, so 14 more, and we give away this bad boy. Yes, that's the Henson AL13 medium in this neat, kind of a bronzish color. So we'll be giving that away when we get to 1,200 subscribers. So please subscribe. Anyhow, so the soap today, that's right. Dun, da, 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 Drinks and Daves. Yes, the namesake of our live show. This was a year in the making, and we've got this in the aftershave that I'll be using. But just to give you an idea, when I said that it's a cigar lounge in a bar, just think of this. Imagine, if you will, leather, cedar, fresh cigars, charred whiskey, good cigar smoke, not this cheap Swiss or sweet crap, but real cigars, and Scotch whiskey. This is an amazing soap. And where can you get it? It's a limited supply. But if you want to be one of the barflies and get this, right down here, cblsoap.com. This is in limited supply, and please get yourself some. We don't know if it's ever going to be produced again because this was quite an undertaking. And so what do you say? Why don't we get to shaving? It is absolutely incredible. On a scent scale, if the top is 10, it's above that. And right out of the gate, you get leather, a hint of cedar, some smoky Scotch, but not offensive. And, you know, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, God, it's cigar smoke. No, it's fresh cigars and just a hint of cigar smoke. This was a 15-second load with my hardest brush to lather. And that's right, we're using a Morrison 4 Dram today. Feels wonderful on the skin. And you can just get a beautiful lather out of it. So this really is truly a cigar lounge in a shave. And it's just absolutely amazing. I think this is one of CBL Soap's bests. Now, granted, myself and Nurse Dave were probably a little bit biased because it represents us. But this truly represents what our show's about, what we like, and everything else. But look at that lather. Just absolutely phenomenal. The razor we're going to be using today is a straight, well, a removable blade straight. And we're going to be using the Essence by Titleist. And this has got a feathered Pro Guard blade in it. As I said, this was a year in the making. We had approached a number of vendors, and as I said in my top secret video, it would have come out a lot sooner if we would have just gone to CBL in the beginning. The reason why we didn't is we know he's busy, and we didn't want to ask. But with all the trials and tribulations, Nurse Dave and myself did not think that this was going to ever happen. And the reason why I'm including it in the 12 Days of Christmas is because, quite frankly, the fact that it came out when it did, it is a Christmas miracle. And trust me, if you like all those set notes, this is one heck of a Christmas present for yourself. And the thing that I love about this soap and aftershave is it evolves. So as I told you what the beginning opening notes were, now you're getting more of the cedar, a little bit more of the cigar chair leather, if that makes any sense at all. But literally, as soon as you walk into a cigar lounge, and I'm talking a good cigar lounge, like, oh, let's just say Cigars Daily, where you get that clean, refreshing scent of cigars in the humidor, fine leather seating, and it's just perfect. And if you are a cigar aficionado or you go to cigar bars or Scotch lounges, this is a soap that I think you'll really, really like. It's just wonderful. Those of you that don't smoke or partake in cigars, you know, some of this may seem, well, I don't know what that smells like. Well, if you get a chance, walk into a very nice cigar bar lounge and take a whiff. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, because aside from the fact that most cigar lounges or establishments have a humidor that is sealed, if you take a walk in that humidor and you smell all the different fresh cigars in their cedar boxes and with just a touch of humidity, and yes, you know, humidity can have a smell, but all the different types of wrappers and all the different types of tobacco blend together and give you this just, you know, you hear about frankincense and myrrh, you know, is one of the greatest scents. This is just along those same lines, because you get that smell of all these fresh cigars and all these different wrappers and tobaccos, and it's just wonderful. So combine that with the leather, the worn leather, or the good, nice leather of a nice cigar lounge chair, a hint of cigar smoke. But see, when you go into a cigar lounge, you shouldn't get this overly smoky fragrance. Because they're ventilated so well that you just get that hint. And it's just wonderful. And then you step outside, and a lot of cigar bars serve Scotch. Some you have to bring your own. But you get that smell of Scotch, neat, sitting in a glass, and the aroma that comes out of that. And then if somebody has one of those smoker tops, you get that smokiness of a Scotch. And it's just, to me, it's nirvana. And it pairs so well with so many things. And it's not offensive. You know, a lot of people say, oh God, it's cigar, it's going to be offensive. Not at all. It's light. It's strong. It's just a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. And it feels wonderful on the face. The one thing CBL Soaps does is they, the properties of the shaving soap that Chris makes are extremely face friendly. You won't get any drying. You won't get any tightness of the skin. Just very, very nourishing. It's nice to get back to straights too. I shaved with DEs most of the week. Except for yesterday, I think. And it's just wonderful. Okay, let's see how we did. Perfect. And the residual slickness on that is stupid good. In fact, normally I'll clean up my neck area with putting some more soap on, but I don't need to. Just absolutely perfect. And like I said, no soap needed at all. I think Nurse Dave may have said it too. You could literally, in fact, I think he did. I think he did his second pass without adding any additional soap. And it's that easy. Just perfect. Okay, let's see what the alum says. Absolutely zero. We'll let that sit for a little bit. And you could probably get away with a 15-second load on this stuff and add just the right amount of water. Because as I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this brush. It's a lather hog. It doesn't release lather very well, and I have to be real careful how much water. In fact, for the most part, after I soak the brush, I pretty much take all the water out of this. This has got a Lee Sabini knot in it, and if I put too much water in it, it'll never release the lather. And it's wonderful with this soap. It works very, very well. And the amazing thing is I've rinsed with warm water once, put the alum on, rinsed, I think, twice with cold water, and you're still getting that aroma coming off the soap. And it's just, your face feels wonderful. And we're going to use Thayer's Lavender because it's a fairly mild witch hazel and it doesn't screw up the fragrance. But we're going to be adding more of that Cigar Lounge scotchy goodness here in just a minute. So our razor again for the day was the Essence by Titleist, a removable blade straight razor. And I don't call it a shavette for a reason. This is unlike any shavette, for lack of a better term, that you'll ever shave with. It is the closest to me to a true straight razor. It actually beat out in a shootout. It beat out the Feather DX and the Feather DX Camisori. It's that good. Okay, now for the aftershave. Again, the Drinks and Dave's aftershave, same scent notes, except it evolves a little bit, and this is very strong, and this is almost an aftershave milk. It's a bit sweeter, in my opinion, than the soap, but not sweet. Just, you really get the cedar and the leather in the aftershave, And then as it dries down, you start getting that Scotch whiskey goodness and a little bit of what I would call cedar staves that have been burned a little bit. So you do get some smoky, burnt, charred flavor in this, and it's just wonderful. And you don't need to use that much. And it's cooling, and it's really good for the skin. For our talc today, just to kind of be a kind of a neutral talc, we're using Yardley Gentleman. And then any excuse I get to use what we're going to use for the eau de parfum is coming in just a minute. I've got 2 more work days at the shop, and then I'm off till into January for the holidays. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, just absolutely. It's incredible. And again, www.cblsoap.com. You can get you some. Okay. For the eau de parfum, I never thought that I would find a shaving soap that would match this. Now, Soloist is close. But it's more of a bourbony sweetness, whereas this has got more of your scotchy, your Islay, and that's what it is, Floris Islay. And it's a eau de parfum, so it's nice and strong, but when matched with this, it's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff. So again, our soap for today was Drinks and Daves, and you can see us every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. And just, you got to get yourself some of this. All right. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our Sunday shave. We certainly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. So that's our 6th shave of Christmas. We'll see you again tomorrow where we do shave number 7. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Hope everybody has a blessed Sunday, and take care.